In a chaotic galaxy, in the dead zone between three warring planetary systems, a group of misfits find their way in a cold, uncaring galaxy.
Who's he calling nitwits?
Us.
Nitwits. A team of nitwits.
Bastards, thank you very much.
Herodotus, Arthurion Mendleroth III, a large, powerful, and proud man of military background. The Dr. Zafre, a telepathic jellyfish floating in a fishbowl on robotic legs.
Yes, I'm here again.
And Cleo deCap, a huge and savage bipedal bear, armed with a giant rifle and explosive devices.
Ooh, sure is dark down at the bottom of this here pit.
Oh, the giggle really does that. And together, they are the Backwater Bastards in space.
Yeehaw!
As you'll recall, last episode, you'd taken a job to find an object down in the core
Oh my god, right.
of Midspace. Midspace was built on a giant compacted trash ball with a space station built around it. So you've come down onto the trash ball. There was, a slight hiccup on the way down, and as such, Dr. Zafre's shield is almost depleted. Cleo is still relatively injured. Herodotus is fine though.
Yep. Yes, for those of us who prepare for the end of day shall nigh be denied the last battle.
And Dr. Z managed to, from a data chip he was given by the Dark's spy upstairs who showed you the way down, he's discovered that there's an ancient ship, an ancient space vessel of some kind, may have crash landed into this trash pile long before Midspace was even built. And in the distance, you've spotted what looks like either a spaceship or a building. Something made by intelligent creatures, at least in this big stinking pile of rotting organic matter for the most part, wading into a rather toxic looking, filled with glowing green algae pond. Dr. Zafre has taken off in that direction, but he's stumbled across a giant mutant monster that lives in there, and attempting to subdue it with telepathy, unfortunately failed miserably, enraging the beast, and it has grabbed one of its huge, weird, cone-like tentacles that end with little funnels, little mouth funnels full of teeth.
Little funnels
Full of teeth.
Well done, Doctor.
Well, Harry, if you could be so kind as to get me down.
The commandant starts setting up the heavy anti-material rifle.
All right, so let's roll initiative. We're gonna get into a combat situation here.
Oh, it's the first combat.
Oh my god.
It's the most wonderful time of the game.
All right, Herodotus has got a 7. Yep, let's roll a d20. So I've rolled a 6 for the monster.
I'm hitting it hard with a 4.
Oh my god, me too.
Oh, yeah, samesies.
Twinsies, best friends for life. Girls.
Harry,
best
what
friends.
did you roll?
A 7. Lerm. You can choke. Oh, got me.
So Cleo and Zafre have both got 4s.
Best friends. Does that mean we get to co-attack?
Yeah, is this going to be in your rules? If you roll together, you fight together? Is that
Yeah.
Well, I mean, ultimately, someone's going to have to go before the other because that's just the way turn-based combat works. But let me explain a little bit more about the combat in Orbital Refuse. So there is a resource in this game called energy. At the beginning of your turn, your energy replenishes back to 3. And during your turn, you can use an energy to make an attack with a special skill or with a weapon or with your bare fists or any sort of like damaging attack costs a point. If you're dual wielding or if you're a master of unarmed combat, you can also make a second attack using a second energy. But more importantly, your energy can also be used to perform all manner of tasks. So you can move however many times you want as long as you've got energy, your speed, which is for Cleo and Zafre is 5 squares. For Herodotus, it is only 3 because he is slow.
It's got a broken leg.
It's got a bad leg.
Robot leg.
The old gammy leg.
Yes.
Little souvenir I picked up in the colonies, don't you know? Local savages. They drink like devils, don't you know? Type 2 diabetes took the leg right off.
Does it have a name?
The leg?
Yes.
No, it's more of an absence, really. A dark abyss of the soul.
Yeah. I've also not named my limbs, but I hear some do name their extremities.
Oh, they do, baby. Let me tell you about it.
Very well, do tell us about it, Ursus Mater. Go on.
You gonna need to buy a ticket to this show. It ain't for free.
So on your
Heard up, sir. We are partners in business. You cannot do this to me.
on someone literally on their turn, that's when their energy replenishes and they can make their attack. But your energy, you don't have to spend it in your turn. Like all the way coming back around to your turn, you can actually use it in anyone's turn reactively.
Oh.
So, for example, you can move your distance to shelter. You can get behind someone or behind a table, behind a wall, round a corner. As long as your move speed will get you there, you can use it to make a dexterity save to dodge, or like say you're using a melee weapon, you could try and parry with it. Dr. Zafre, because he has a shield projector, can project his shield in front of people. So you've got all these options. So there's can often be, especially if you're fighting something particularly powerful, an advantage to one or more of the members maintaining some energy to use defensively. But of course, your enemies can also do this.
Wow.
And that's the general gist of it. It's a really role-play heavy combat system. So if you want to do something, I mean, I'm really willing to entertain the notion.
And now this is a rule set that you have made in your own noggin. And for those listening, if they ever want to play along with their own kind of role-playing games,
they can't follow the rules, peons.
can they get access to this one day? You're working on anything?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm running the set. I give some time. I will advertise. There'll be some sort of
We will fucking let
GoFundMe or
you
something to try and release a final version of this really pretty one.
Watch this space, you bastards, because DM Dick Dynamite.
We will come to your
brain
house.
noggin farts are coming out on paper one day, hardback and soft floppy disk.
You heard it. Brain noggin farts.
Dick farts them out, and we run around with little nets, catching them and storing them in jars.
Like stinky story butterfly.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
That's how it's
Are you happy with
made.
the amount of faith that your team has on you?
I adore the faith that it's what
I
allows
already
me
believe
to
that it
function
exists.
with the sort of the mindless confidence that I exude.
Yes. I would say that any DM wanting to work like this would have to have your type of crazy brain as well.
Dick has an amazing
you're willing.
brain.
I think this type of
So succulent.
for any players out there that are looking to use this type of system, they would have to be of the more active role playing and kind of what's it called, thinking on the spot.
Well, I think
Bullshit
at
artists.
its core, it will function a lot like 5th edition D&D, but with like the ability to actually make reactive decisions outside of your turn. Like it's quite a simple rule set. Like if you just want to play it really straight down the middle, it's perfectly good for that as well. But do we feel equipped to run some combat?
Yeah.
I'm nervous about it because
maybe
last
that's
time
a good thing.
Maybe you won't fall down this time.
Yeah, maybe we jump
I'll
into
do it
fucking
even
chasms.
more.
Jump to chasm.
Herodotus has rolled a 7 on his initiative, so he's gonna get the first
He's
reaction.
absolutely smashed it.
First into battle, first home for tea. The old regimental battle cry.
Zafre is suspended up out of the water, his robot body lifted up by this creature. The creature is big and just dozens of these huge, fat, long tentacles are emerging out of the green glowing water. There are several sort of like metallic outcroppings around as well, which could provide potential cover if someone wanted to be a coward. But ultimately,
that's a reference.
Oh, we need to bring another coward in.
I mean, I don't doubt.
What if it's me?
What if it's the USS Coward?
Yeah, it's just Herodotus' turn.
Okay, the commandant starts setting up his heavy material rifle. Have an anti-material rifle? His gun, his big old gun. He has a big old gun, doesn't he?
I've referred to it as a light field gun in your character sheet.
I mean, apart from everything else. I have
a healthy respect for
I have
the monarchy.
I have my personal. I have immense respect for the monarchy, and for the hierarchy, and the arcanate of old Earth. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. At my disposition is my personal starship, the plentiful pantry.
Yes, sir.
Requisitioned 2 planets back. I also have my regimental energy blade, my ceremonial energy baton, my old service pistol, and a light field gun, which is as much as like a heavy grenade launcher kind of thingy. Big boom.
The big
machine.
big boomstick.
I'm imagining it's like a laser mortar cannon kind of thing.
I'm imagining like he throws down like a little thing on the ground and it starts like opening up into this like little sort of little field gun, like a little tiny little artillery piece that he can kind of lean on and fire.
You just look up light field gun on Google and it's way bigger than it suggests with the name. Light field gun is like
Imagine what a heavy field gun looks
an extensive piece of kit that old Herodotus is packing.
You could use this.
It's
this
all about
group of sentences for a description of anything.
You must understand, dear doctor, the art of war is the art of the artillery duel. We must have control of the grounds to have control of the battle itself. Therefore, I shall lay down a barrage to wreak upon our enemies and claim for us control of the field of glory.
Yes, but if you did as much time talking as you did loading, I'd be down from here already, please. Fire!
I do spend as much time talking as I do loading. I do believe you reversed that sentence, sir, from your original intent. Sir, now if you don't mind, I shall prepare the field armament and fire at my own leisure, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Oh my god, you were born to be this character.
This gun is... I love its existence.
So Dickie, does it take me a turn to set up, or can I shoot?
Well, it does take you an energy to set up, but not a turn.
Oh, okay. All right. So well set up. Old Herodotus sort of levels the field gun. It's pretty much it's a close quarters barrage he's preparing here.
Oh shit!
Danger close for the old doctor, but sometimes sacrifices must be made, preferably by others. So. Fire at will, sir.
All right, this is a big creature. You've only got to beat a 10 with your roll.
I have got a shield up, don't I?
With a D20.
You've got a shield that will take any one hit, no matter how powerful, but it's only got a strength of 1, so after that it'll be gone.
Okay, good.
Light field gun. Oh my god. Fire at will, sir. Fire at will. Wait until you see the whites of their eyes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, goody gumdrops.
All right.
I rolled a moderated 14. A modulated 14?
Modulated,
14.
moderated, modified?
Change.
Globulated.
Modified.
A 14. I mean, that's considering, that's an incredibly good roll considering his poor aim.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
So Herodotus, having set up his field gun, aims it directly at the beast, at the fatter tentacle that has Dr. Zafra in its clutches, and lets loose just a blast of like a plasma cannon blast. We're talking like sort of that just sort of goes up, sails through the air, and comes down dead on target.
Oh boy.
There's a horrible burning smell as it just blasts through, completely severing the tentacle, which drops twitching and unfurls itself as it spasms from Dr. Zafre, who drops and lands rather undignified back into the pond. The creature itself takes 2 wounds, 2 points of damage.
Ooh. And the commandant sort of takes a deep breath. Flesh impact, my favorite.
And the wound is almost like cauterized by the blast from the field
Fire
gun.
impact.
Wait, so if you were in Warhammer 40k, you would be the Imperial Guard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
definitely.
god. So good. So good.
Oh, because Herodotus is wearing armor as well. I can't imagine what his armor actually looks like. So Herodotus still has 1 energy left, although there is absolutely no requirement to use it during his turn. In fact, it could be useful later on if he gets attacked.
Does it take me an energy to fire again?
You can only fire the 1 time, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay. So there's nothing more. Well satisfied with the the first barrage. Herodotus sort of adjusts the aim, optimizes the angle of approach and lights a cigar for good measure.
Fantastic.
Brilliant.
He knows.
He knows.
All right, it's the beast's turn then.
It's the way, Dan. It's the way.
Well,
No, Cleo, it's the actual beast, not you.
okay, I got confused by that.
I can understand why you might be confused. Actually, from now on, I will refer to it as the tentacle beast.
That could
That'd be a bit better.
depending on the day, that could be my
Yeah.
friend.
We don't know yet that this thing isn't your friend.
Well, we can think about it and come up with some thoughts about how it probably
We'll
isn't.
see how it treats you when it gets up close and personal.
I agree.
Okay,
Then we can determine
cool.
Well,
what the status of your interpersonal relationship is.
The thing, its body is just a giant mass of worm-like writhing brown stuff, but protruding from it are just this myriad of fat tentacles.
Wait, so when it got blown up, did it blow up into even more worms? Like inside the worm tentacle body was more worms, or?
No, it's just sort of like a small wormy wriggling, like, these little nasty sort of, they might even just be sort of more like feelers or antennae all over its body. But then its limbs are these great big tentacles, which then end with a tooth-filled funnel that opens up, and it looks like a sort of can grab on and suck on things.
Yeah, sup, Peter Jackson, what do you want?
It's a pretty disgusting creature, I'm not gonna lie. It seems utterly enraged. If such a beast even possesses basic emotion, it's hard to tell, but it just starts coursing through the water, and it just blasts its body past Dr. Zafre. Dr. Zafre is sort of knocked aside, but doesn't really take any meaningful damage as the thing just blasts its way right into the middle of everyone, skidding itself partially out of the water now. You can sort of see the full immensity of its bulk. It has even more of these tendrils down the bottom that it's using as little legs that pull itself through the water, and it brings itself right into close contact with the three of you.
Damn.
And then, without halting in its motion, it has one of its great tendrils already just blasting out straight towards Herodotus. It bites at his torso with one of its funnel-like mouths.
No.
Ah, yes. Bring your pretty face to my sword.
Wait, just so that I know how it looks. There's a tentacle with teeth thrusting towards your torso, and you're currently smoking a cigar sitting next to your light field cannon.
Great.
Is there anything, am I missing anything there, or is that?
Well,
He's not done with his cigar.
I know you're but a bear, but you must learn to save a life, don't you know?
Well, the great maw, and it's big enough to take off Herodotus' head in one bite quite easily. It flies at him, and it is flying true. But Herodotus, unflinchingly confident it seems, makes no move to avoid it as the teeth slam.
Come at me, fiend!
Striking true, it comes flying directly at Herodotus, and inches from striking directly into Herodotus' body, it's suddenly blasted back by Herodotus' personal energy shield, which appears as required, holding back the onslaught. The thing smashing itself hard into it, breaking off some of its teeth.
Oh, that's going to be
And
the X248 Regimental Standard, don't you know? Ha ha ha, savage.
Oh, I love it. That's so good.
but it does deal 3 points of damage to Herodotus' shield.
The whole time you're just piping away on that cigar, just laughing at the tentacle monster.
What chance does it have?
Making offensive thrusting gestures.
But with its last bit of energy, another one of its tendrils just wails about, performing a very similar attack, lashing around and biting at Dr. Zafre's glass-like dome.
Uh-oh. I've got 2 energy left. Can I try and dodge it?
Yeah, so you can make a dexterity save to dodge it. You could literally move yourself out of range because it's performing a melee attack.
Yeah, can I dodge to roll backwards in the to get away from this tentacle monster?
Yes, you can.
Cool, I'll do that. I'll roll back.
So you're going to spend 1 energy, roll a dexterity save in an attempt to beat a 19.
Oh, what?
And you can move up to 5
Oh,
squares.
I'm not going to
as
beat
part
their
of the
dexterity
dodge.
save, though, am I? Okay. Oh, that's a 10. Damn it!
That's a 10.
Oh, no.
So Dr.
Very
Zafre,
well, Doctor.
It was good.
with a rather mediocre amount of dexterity, begins to blast his way away. Is still able to move up to 5 squares if he wants to place himself somewhere further away, but in the process, he is still getting hit by this attack.
I will move back 3 squares then. Yeah.
Right, so Dr. Zafre, on his way back, is still bit at by this creature, but much like with Herodotus, his personal energy shield manifests before the teeth get all the way to his fishbowl.
Ah, so you did make that investment after all, eh, Doctor?
Yes, I've found that trusting in glass to keep me safe hasn't been the very best of thoughts.
Ah, good thinking, Doctor.
Yes.
Which does now mean that Dr. Zafre's shield expended its current charge.
Shit.
It's an X-sheet.
I think I've still got some shields left, some recharge kits.
You can recharge your shield in a short rest.
I don't have any personal shield kits with me.
No.
Oh, damn, that's terrifying. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You got medical kits though?
A metal kit's not going to fucking do very well for a jellyfish stuck in a broken fishbowl.
Start pasting that Neosporin on your little self.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm good.
I mean, I'm assuming that you've got like little sort of little manipulatable like tiny arms that can come into the fishbowl and apply medical equipment to yourself as well.
Look, the robotic form I've inhabited is very useful, but once that glass dome is broken, it's glass cannon, as they say.
Well, on the bright side, the creature is done with its attacking and looks rather exhausted. If it had a mouth, it would be panting as it comes into Cleo deCap's turn.
Wait, so those cones with teeth, they're not the mouth. They're just...
They're more like Venus flytrap type things, you know? They're
Oh, okay.
Just extra mouths, you know? Just like an extra mouth.
like it uses them to eat, but it doesn't use them to breathe because this thing doesn't have lungs.
Good thinking. Okay.
Much like a hydra, you can chop them off.
Oh, yeah, or your penis.
But do they grow back?
Yeah, just like your penis is exactly.
No, your penis, Dan, not my penis.
No, my penis does not grow back. It's very unique.
Oh no, how do you
What?
know
It's
that, Daniel?
Yeah, I don't know how I know that, Taylor.
It worked last time.
Yes.
Well, now we know something about Dan and
Yeah.
Evan.
Both of us don't have regrowing penises.
Well,
No, Evan's did. He's
Oh,
just
no,
said.
I'm saying Dan's did after we cut it off.
Oh, now we know more about
Yeah, this
both
is
of
why I
them.
moved to Germany. I was actually the guy that replied to the cannibals request. I was like, hey, dude, mine grows back. I'm fine with it.
What's good? I can make you one every
Get him
day.
I
for.
thought that was a starfish thing, not a jellyfish thing.
No, it's probably not a jellyfish thing, I think.
Yeah,
But it could be. You're
Don't
like
talk about starfish around Daniel. He
yeah, starfish, arch enemy of the jellyfish.
Yes.
starfish are really incredible though.
Let's not say that around me because like jellyfish kind of incredible and the
I know,
most
but
incredible.
I saw like a really big one the other day.
It's
and
not all about size, Taylor.
Yeah. Well,
it was
actually, with
cool
Taylor,
that
it
it
is
was
always
big,
about
though.
size. That's why she's played the biggest character she can play this time
It
round.
does matter a little bit. Like it matters. Yeah, it does.
Taylor's like, you can say whatever you want to say, but it is.
But I say that it do. Ain't nothing cool about anyway, but like it wouldn't have been as cool
Ain't
if it was
nothing
small.
cool about anyway.
About anyway, I realize I need to change subjects.
Brilliant.
And here's
So where
DM
were
Dick
we?
with the save.
How to end distractions.
So speaking of large, Cleo deCap, the large bear,
Yeah, baby.
what does she do?
Okay, can I get a recap on what my situation is? Like, am I able to stand, or am I just laying in trash still?
No, you're all right. You're up and mobile.
Oh yeah, because
You-
we hailed her, right?
Yeah, you've got like, you know, kind of like hairline fractures in some of your ribs and like, you know,
Yeah.
you've kind
It
of,
looks like I still have a third of my health, right?
yeah, exactly. You're quite beat up. You're not remotely in a critical stage.
I'm having a fucking day.
Like as long as you've
but-
got any hit points, you are, you know, you're kind of fighting fit.
You've been getting a bit hot and heavy but with that Mr. Gravity.
Well, so I guess is the thing advancing on me or like mostly Evan?
It's placed itself right where it can lash at any of you. It's gone for
But
Herodotus.
is it who's it mostly looking at though?
So it's definitely enraged at Herodotus because Herodotus blasted one of its limbs off.
Well, technically, the cannon did that.
Well, it might have been aiming for the cannon.
Well, then it better fucking
And
get its shit together because it's missing.
Does it seem to be doing really well, or is it a little hurt?
I mean, it's
got 2 smoking wounds, dude.
yeah,
doing
it's
So it's
I, for one, have been doing my fucking job.
it's lost an entire one of its limbs, but it doesn't
Neat.
seem to have slowed down because of it, and it's it is beating on your team.
okay. So I have 40 explosive kits,
I mean,
and
Use all of them.
let me just ask about scale.
okay,
So 1 explosive kit would create 1 explosive.
yes.
And how big is that explosive? Like, are we talking like a M80 in a mailbox, or are we talking like could blow up a car?
So like a single explosion is like a grenade. You can blow up a car with it. Like it's
Oh wow.
it's serious damage.
Okay. So if I took, do you have a system for scaling an explosive? Like, would you do like if I said, for instance, this is like not real, but if I was like, okay, I'm gonna take 10 of those and pack them together, do you have like a little algorithm for how to do that? Or
I mean, oddly enough, I wasn't. That was not something I remotely would have thought of. But because the other week you mentioned something along these lines, I think when we were building the character, I've got a general idea.
look at that,
Wow.
something exists. Cool, because what I'm gonna do is I want to take like 5 of these things.
Jesus Christ.
And I want to kind of like do some building, mash them together, whatever I'm using, glue, duct tape, you know what I'm talking about? Like whatever I've got that I'm going to attach, I'm building a bomb. I want to use 5 explosive kits. That feels like a pretty decent amount. I don't want to blow them all, but I definitely want to.
You want a big
Because that's
explosion.
like 5 grenades.
Yeah.
That's pretty decent.
You want the bigger boom.
You're both standing within 2 squares of this thing.
Yeah, we'll fucking jump.
Yeah, because you've shown such fucking control of that.
Yeah, but you're using 5. We haven't even seen 1 explode.
Oh, I mean,
Let it
Cleo-
play out, Dan. Let it
Cleo
play out.
It's
is,
big.
Look,
Cleo
I'm gonna
is
see
an
it play
explosives expert, so she would be aware. So basically, if you set off one of these kits, you've got like a blast range of like a square and the adjacent squares.
All right.
As you add more, it becomes 2 squares in the adjacent squares, 3 squares in the adjacent squares, and it gets a bit messy. This
So
is sort of
5
round,
squares in the
and this
adjacent square.
this is rounding up. So basically,
Okay, so maybe I'll just do 4.
Wow.
yeah, I mean 4 was going to get you in a point where you guys have only got
'Cause we
only
could-
got to
we could
run back your movement speed and you're safe. And like Dr. Zafre's already out of the blast range.
Yeah. See, Daniel, I fucking thought about you.
Thank
and now
you.
I
I
changed it down
appreciate
to
it.
4
Thank you.
so that I could think about me and Evan. We're going to all be fine.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go lower than 4 because I want to see a big boom. The bigger, the better, right? Tape that shit up, Dick.
All
That's
right.
what I'm doing. Okay. So right now, for those of you that are listening, Dick is measuring out the
He's
distance.
measuring a
His
little bit of an
penis.
explosive size.
Oh.
It's gonna be
And this
nice.
is gonna probably be how far that me and Evan have to jump in one point.
But it does mean that Cleo's got to get in and out to place one there. But
She's
yeah,
an explosive expert. She can
But
do it.
also, Herodotus
bear.
has got a shield,
I'm a
so
bear.
yeah, but say she were to place it here, and you go to like 20 feet. That's there. So like Herodotus can move 3, which still keeps him adjacent to the 20 feet. To be honest, so Herodotus, because he's got a shit leg,
Hey, that's okay though. I got the shield. I'll be fine.
cannot escape the projected blast range.
So thanks, dude. I'll remember that. And-
wow, setting up some fucking hatred right now.
Oh no, hatred. It is not. More just revenge, vengeance.
Wait, who's he mad at?
You.
Revenge. Yes.
No, this is good because
You for
big
blowing him
blowy-
up, you bloody
Wait.
crazy.
can't I do it in a way that doesn't blow
You
him
big
up?
blowy bear douche.
When you could make a smaller explosive.
Oh, fuck. I don't know.
Hey, you do what you gotta do. Just hey, as I say, play it out.
Like if you
Fucking-
used 3 explosive kits instead of
that's
4,
not gonna be enough.
Herodotus
Yeah,
would be able to get
listen.
outside the blast range.
But he has a shield, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's going to lose his shield just getting attacked by this thing. So you might as well
Okay,
lose it to
well,
a
you know
badass
what?
explosion.
We're doing it. We're doing it.
Okay, give me an explosives roll. Let's see if these 4 explosive kits are successfully crafted into a bomb.
I feel like this is just enabling bad behavior on our part. I feel like Dick is just a bad babysitter at this point. But
I like it though. I'm having fun. So
I mean, he's encouraging the babies to run headfirst into a wall. That's what I'm saying.
and we like it.
Yeah, don't leave your kids with him, but
No,
you
that's
know,
what I'm
like,
saying.
Just
you
leave
know.
your kid with him.
Yeah,
Literally-
I'm just saying that Dick, I'm gonna destroy
don't leave
your
your kids with
babysitting
him,
business.
but leave your kid with him.
I'm
Well,
going to
I'm building
destroy
this like 4 explosive kit bomb. Do I need to run in to place it?
You will never babysit again in this town.
Yeah, so you're going to need to either run in and place it or throw it.
Oh, throw it, Hakes. You've got no chance
I'm
of
gonna
running in.
Girl, I'm throwing it.
But either way, if you want to get out of range, like it's going to take you 3 energy to perform this entire maneuver.
Can I just
Good.
say that I am really, really hoping that she can't throw it because of her gammy fucking bear paws?
Yeah, that's the thing, like
That's
Cleo
something that might happen.
is
Oh, no.
going to be really bad at throwing it, so running in and placing it would be her smartest option, but we don't.
Well, it's too late now. It has been chosen.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's craft the thing. I mean,
Oh
we're
my
getting ahead of
God.
ourselves. You may craft a dud bomb, which
Oh,
What is
Jesus,
this,
there's
Trav? Are we
so
playing
many
Traveler
ways.
all of a
Might
sudden?
blow up on you.
Wait, but when people shoot guns, they don't get slammed for the gun jamming.
Don't they though?
but yeah, once you've made this thing, it's going to explode and hit anything that is still within that blast radius when it does explode. So
Okay, so I'm making it.
you've only got to successfully craft it.
Go on, Tay. You can do this.
Yeah, build explosive.
Whoa.
That is a natural 20.
God!
So this is a damn good bomb that Cleo has made.
Yeah, it is. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. You better give your heart to Jesus, cause your ass is mine.
She's combined 4 explosive
troubling.
kits,
That
which
is
is
very troubling.
that's a whole lot of explosives.
Big bang.
That's a whole lot of boom.
We're about to start a universe up in here.
All right.
Here we go.
So Cleo has built a bomb. It's it's big. It is perfectly constructed.
Yes.
It's a double damage bomb, in fact.
Oh my God, natural 20. Is this the first natural 20 of the whole
It's
game?
the first natural 20 of the whole game.
Absolutely. Bam. That's what you get. That right there proves that big is better.
I mean, I think it proves that boom is better.
Yeah, boom is
Proves a lot of things.
size matters.
Really?
Was
does
this
prove
set
anything.
up on a on impact or on a short timer kind of deal?
On impact.
I mean, that takes away any chance of it escaping easily. Although it doesn't have any energy
It
left
ain't
anyway.
about that, baby. I'm gonna tuck and roll.
All right, let's get this dexterity save to see how well Cleo throws. I mean, obviously,
Ooh, I don't
she
know
is
about
going
that.
to at least successfully let go of the bomb. And even if she just drops it in front of her, it's going to hit the monster.
Oh, this is. Oh, it's a -5, Dick. What are you
my
doing?
You
to me?
chose to be
Taylor.
clumsy.
Dick.
You are a bear,
Oh
dude.
my
You're a big old
God.
bear.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
That's a
Wait.
13. That's all right.
Okay. So it's an 18 modified, so it's 18 minus 5, because that's my hurt.
Clumsy.
But 13 is definitely way better than I thought I was gonna
Yeah.
get. I'm gonna reward myself with a little chocolate.
Hurling overarm with like big, awkward bear paws.
Proper cricket style, like tumble.
Yeah.
Cleo throws the explosive right into the center of the creature. So everyone is gonna have to try and get clear.
What, is this Scientology all of a
Alright,
sudden?
everybody, tuck and roll.
Going clear. Backwater Bastards, a Scientology adventure.
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Oh no.
Nobody's gotten chained to a boiler
That's all right,
yet, Dan.
you don't need to roll anything to do this because you just have to move far away enough. But
It's within everybody's zone of possibility, though.
Oh, okay.
yeah, with Herodotus is not. Herodotus will not quite get out of range, even at his utmost range.
Oh well.
But he can shield.
Yeah, he can shield.
You better fucking hope so.
Dr. Zafre is already out of range. Herodotus gets right to the edge of the explosion. And Cleo, which way is she running off? You've got a 5 movement. And you want to get not adjacent to the 20 foot point. So you got to be one further than that.
Cool.
All right. Let's roll damage so I can work out how to describe this thing. So you're going to roll 8d6.
Oh, my days.
1, 2. Wait, so look, I'm going to do it this way. There's 3, and now here's 5.
Okay.
So that's 8. Okay, so...
Okay. Hang on. Some of these you've rolled a d8s though. We want d6s.
Wait, okay. I got...
Oh my god.
8d6.
Wait, can I delete them?
8d6, Taylor.
I think that the cleanest way we can deal with this is just to roll 8d6s from scratch.
Oh, it would be crazy to roll
Okay,
8d6 if he
okay,
was
I'm
asking for
gonna do it.
8d6. It would be insane.
Okay.
Well,
okay,
Dan,
guys,
she's
hold on.
not a basic bitch. She's not just gonna do what you want, man.
Taylor, don't roll it each time because you're making it difficult for the next person. Just roll 8d6.
I did.
Okay, well this is the best combination of d6s you've rolled yet anyway.
Great, we're keeping it. Okay.
Oh, wow.
How many 6s did you roll? That's 36 damage.
Ooh.
And because you got a crit in your bomb making, we're doubling that.
What? You can't
So
be
this is
doubling 36.
72
Never
points
been
of
done
damage.
before.
Big boom. Big boom.
This is more damage than a fucking level
You
6.
are aware that I am gonna get hurt in this right before you start rejoicing. Maybe a little too much.
Also, Cleo,
It's okay. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all
gonna
right
be
because you have a
dead.
shield.
Cleo, you're also aware that
No.
you're setting off an explosion in the middle of the entire mid-space station that we all live on.
I don't care about that right
No,
now.
I agree on that. No one cares.
I only care about my friend.
Yeah,
And he's strong and he has a shield.
yeah.
So I
Oh,
believe in
that's,
him.
that's sweet.
Thank
I mean,
you,
just
Leo.
the
But
simple,
fuck all those
simple
people
physics of this
upstairs.
thing.
They weren't even nice to us. Bye. You can choke.
All right. As you're all running, all facing away from the explosion, in fact, because you're at the extent of your sprint. You're running as fast as you can away. Herodotus hobbling on his slightly...
Wait, can't I
slightly-
just crouch behind my field gun?
I mean, it's a bit of a retcon, but...
Oh no.
Yeah, all right. I'm just saying, maybe there's
Although
an
actually-
advantage in doing that.
I think there is...
There's
There,
pop rocks in this
I
chocolate.
think there...
Yeah.
No, there could be an advantage in the simple sense of Herodotus could defend his field gun from taking 72 points of damage with his shield. So Herodotus could bodily defend his gun with his shield because it is gonna get fucked up in this explosion. It's a big explosion.
Shit. Yeah, that would be very much on brand for Herodotus, wouldn't it?
Protecting the gun.
The ordnance!
Yes.
Can he roll behind that rock?
It's too far.
Yeah, it's too
I
far.
mean, he's not gonna have to run there.
So then, Cleo, deCap, and Dr. Zafre are outside the blast radius. Herodotus is guarding his ordnance with his energy shield.
Yep. I'm
Very close to the
literally
center of the
just striking
explosion.
a hero pose and being like,
He's just
"Come
gonna
with me!"
stay there?
Of course.
But wouldn't the damage be less if you moved?
It would, but then the damage would be distributed over my wholly subsidized field artillery. I'm not gonna let that happen. This is from the regimental armory. What are you, mad woman? I mean, bear.
I'm not allowed to do anything because I spent all my action points, right?
This
Right.
is true. But Herodotus, since he hasn't run, still has one action point.
All right, strike hero pose.
Simple. All right. Herodotus guarding his ordnance as the mammoth bomb. This is a big bomb. And mainly it's just being very well crafted. It strikes the writhing mass of the worm-like ball that makes this creature's torso. And then there is a flash. There is a detonation. There's
Oh my god.
a big fiery explosion, but in the center of that is just like a donut plasma burst of energy from the actual source of the explosion. Just this
Big bada boom.
big bada boom. And for a moment it's deafening, it's blinding. No one can really see anything. There's a shockwave that
I love it.
Dr. Zafre and Cleo have to stagger almost at the sort of at the extent of their escape. Herodotus
Swim into the bottom of my bowl.
Now I'm getting a sense for how big these are.
stares down.
I was waiting for
Blown
that.
up by a douche, another roller in the night.
I was waiting for that.
Herodotus stares down the explosion. His shield absorbing it materializes and just absorbs. Luckily, this is very much an instantaneous dispersion of energy, or near instantaneous, and it is able to absorb the full 72 points of damage, although it obviously is completely depleted.
Oh yeah. Regimental standard, eh?
But both Herodotus and his gun are sent flying, because although the shield absorbs
Oh, bloody ruddy hell.
the energy, there's just a as the explosion ends, there's just a gust of air that's expelled outside of it, and Herodotus and his gun are both just sent flying and slam bodily into a large sheet of metal sticking up behind them,
Shit.
taking
Oh no.
would be 3 points of damage, but he's wearing armor, so it's 2 points of damage.
Boom.
Not bad.
All right.
Nice.
That's all.
You guys tried to talk me out of it, babies.
But more
Anyone
importantly,
tried to talk you out of it, really.
Little tiny baby. Mostly you.
water flying everywhere, like green algae flying everywhere, just evaporated. A large chunk of the pool
Yes.
is just turned into this crater. There's debris everywhere.
Wait, isn't that what a pool is?
Yeah, kind of.
Amazing.
Everybody is utterly showered with just a combination of
I love
brown,
it.
muddy muck and green algae.
It's like the scene in
And just-
Legend where the hag gets killed.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Just wanted to bring it
And-
back to Legend, the greatest movie.
Yeah, I know.
The creature is blown to a myriad of pieces. There's very little of it remaining, in fact. Charred, twitching tentacles sent flying in all directions. One of them sort of skidding to a halt right at Cleo's feet as it sort of weakly things. This thing has been completely obliterated. There's just not much of it left.
Wait. The wording, how you said that there's not much of it left, or it isn't left. Is this like a
Yeah.
Hydra thing where it's going to come back?
That would
maybe,
be really
Maybe we
uncool.
just let it play out.
Right.
This is information that is, time-based. That's how stories
Oh,
work.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You see one thing happen, and then you see another thing
You're
happen
right. I'm
afterwards.
trying to read too much into it. I'm
Dan,
sorry.
it's called
Some
a
of us-
story. I say let it
Some
play
of
out.
us-
You're right,
really
Evan.
struggle.
You're right, and I apologize for trying to be brainier than I am.
Thank you for that apologize, Dan.
I don't apologize ever.
But no, this thing just took 72 points of damage. It is vaporized.
Bye.
There are a few chunks that have managed to sort of be blown clear of the explosion, but most of it is essentially disintegrated by the
Can we loot it?
intense burst of energy from these
Does it have any
4
money?
explosions.
Yeah, as I say here
And
in
it goes
Germany.
flying and goes.
Choose. Yeah.
And there does not appear to be much of anything to loot other than a few bits of charred meat.
Can we eat that? to
Don't be
regain health?
disgusting, bear. We
I'm
must have it
sniffing it.
made into fricassee or some sort of meat concassee, maybe. I will discuss it with the local chef.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna eat a piece. Just
I mean, it has been at least partially cooked. It's seared on the outside.
that's how I do it. That's the only way I know how to cook.
All right, I'm going to actually need a save for this, though. It's
Always the last excuse of the colonial. We don't know any better.
a durability check, in fact.
Then pretty
Cleo
quick
must
when we
make
start shooting you, don't you? God.
Wait, what do I need to roll?
durability check because what she has consumed is in fact not particularly fit for
Is it
consumption.
alien material? Oh wow, that's a
it-
16.
Yep.
Is it alien butt?
Yeah, well, she's actually quite a durable thing being a giant bear, so she's got an
Yeah, boy.
advantage to these sorts of rolls. She's got quite a strong stomach, and
Blow it up, shit it out.
although it's it makes her the tiniest bit queasy, it's clear that it's not it's a little bit poison. It actually it goes down all right. Cleo fights her way through it, and her stomach will hold it down,
But she's feeling queasy now.
and it's it's
It doesn't heal me at
it's
all.
restorative, but
Yeah,
it doesn't
good.
it doesn't
It gives you an
It's
extra
just-
arm.
doesn't legitimately revive any hit points. But you are
Nice.
well fed now.
All right.
Oh, how was that,
I'll
bear? Well done inside, was it? Nice and juicy?
Oh, just how I like it.
Maybe it would have done well with a little bit of mustard, eh?
Couldn't have done no harm. But you know how it is down here.
That's
You know
what
how
I'm-
it is. We just live off the land.
It's sort of a slimy.
Clearly, I would not know how it is down there. Where I come from, we
Y'all got
arrange
mustard?
and proper train resources. We organize logistics. This is how a war is won.
Oh, well, that's real nice, baby. That's real nice.
I'm gonna walk over with a scanning device on, looking for where the ship wreckage is.
Okay, so as you were heading in this direction towards something that seems to be peeking up at the top of an overhang of a hill past this pond. There is what you have come to believe might be the ship that you're looking for.
Excellent work there, Cleo. I hope you've still got a few bada booms left. We're going to need to get into that ancient wreckage over here.
Oh, I got a few.
Bloody hell, Bear. Show us a little bit of forethought next time. I could get into a defensible position. Take proper use of the absence of opposing forces to make maneuvers, don't you know? I need a head warning.
Oh, no, I done warned you.
And I tell you this, you overgrown otter. If a scratch has been dented into the exterior foliage of my field gun, you will taste the lash.
Glad everyone's all right. Close shave there.
Oh, you're so full of shit. Your eyes is brown.
Let's get what we came for and get paid.
That's all you fish care about, isn't it? Money.
Oh,
Dirty money. Fish.
yes.
God, I should have thrown you out of the Union. Back before we were done with the fleets, I say.
Yes, and who discovered the shielding technologies?
No work only fit for rats of the sea.
Seems to have done you well. And I'll keep walking.
I'm gonna start walking as well.
Alrighty.
Off
And
this
we'll just
trash
leave
pile.
this clearly big bad to come back and haunt us later then.
We didn't even
So-
find out what it was.
I know, right? We've just ignored this.
I just realized that, like, when Dick said, like, maybe it could be our friend, I was
Yeah,
like,
look, I guarantee that this thing is not done.
we could have been riding this thing through the sewer. Best friend time.
But it's been blown up pretty damn good.
Uh-oh.
I mean, that bomb could have leveled a sort of a primitive building quite easily. But as you've got quite a lot of headroom up above you, it doesn't seem to have done any sort of discernible damage to the space station up above, though it has definitely blown a great crater into the trash pile. The crater has actually provided a slight advantage in that it has drained off a lot of the pond, and the swampy land that you have to cross is now significantly easier terrain. And as you make your way across and begin climbing up the trash heap, you can see that what you're approaching is indeed just a great winged starship. It's huge. It's this is when I say huge, you've all seen bigger, but it's a big starship.
Well, do you look at that? There's a piece of craft work right there.
Second tier, if you ever ask me. What we need is a proper Hercules class second tier freighter. Or some such. Something to read proper speed. What are we gonna do with this old rust bucket?
But with an old rust bucket, we could get off this bloody mid-space junk heap, stop doing jobs for second-rate pirates and thieves, and start making some real money.
Right. However, why don't we simply take the fight to the enemy? We could requisition one of their ships, and then we would be 2 steps ahead rather than the single one. What are we doing here anyway? This is a capitulation to fate.
I don't know what enemy you're talking about anymore, Harry. Your dreams of this endless war. Who are we fighting these days?
Who aren't we fighting? That's the better question. Anyone we bloody well can. All men must do their part, and women too.
Yes, well, Harry, you've been there, but while you've been away from Cleo and I, we've just been rinsing every poor sod from this end of the galaxy for every credit they're worth.
What? Have you not been doing your duty to the very queen to whom you are a subject? Long may she reign.
I think you remember that our planetary species, what's the word for like dividing, like leaving the monarchy or whatnot?
Leave it, or like
Brexit.
like we're no longer a part of that treaty or that thing.
A republic.
Emancipated yourself?
That's a good one.
Yeah, but that implies that we were under the control of, and I don't want to say that
You are fish. You were always under our control.
Overthrow?
Look, if we're fish, then that just even gives it more credence to the point that there's no way humans ever managed to take us over as a species. Because
What are you talking about?
No,
Have you
far too
ever
deep.
had bacalhau? Pretty fucking tasty way of domineering a species, my son.
Cleo's gonna interrupt and be like, baby, I'm the only queen in these parts. Get me on that ship.
she has spoken. Now, will you follow her into battle?
Oh, very well, you surrender monkeys.
As you approach, you can see that the thing is half buried in the trash, but it has a sort of a long cylindrical body and one wing, like just a great V-shaped wing angled up into the air. And the whole thing is sort of a rough, steely grey colour. It looks filthy and quite beaten up, but it looks as though the hull is completely intact.
Solid crap, more like.
I don't disagree with you there.
And why would you? I am correct.
But it is intact, and my preliminary scans do show that it's not completely destroyed.
Well, if that's the best we can get on this second-rate tour of duty, God, if I were back at headquarters, I could petition the Admiralty. Oh, would bring...
Well, if you're so keen for a conversation with your Admiralty, I could open up a communications line with you for them.
Oh, shut up, Doctor. Get on with it. No, wouldn't want to bother them.
Yes, that's what I thought. And sorry, player question. What was our mission again? We're here to find the ship or find something on the ship?
Well, you didn't wait to find out, but you're definitely here to find the ship
that's
or
right.
something on the ship.
Yeah, that was my bad.
Who fell in the hole now?
Okay.
Yeah, still you, Taylor. Still
Yeah.
you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Evan.
you're right.
The tides have turned again.
Doctor, correct me if I'm wrong, but if our mission is to find the ship, and our means is to take the ship for our own devices, for lack of a better term, are we planning treachery?
I think we can get around that, Herodotus. Let's just find what they're looking for on this ship, and then I'll do some recalculation of its diagnostics. And then we can return that, and we can keep this to ourselves.
But why don't we just leave that petty merchant behind? He didn't serve a good cocktail anyway. His nutty monkey lacked nuts.
Yes, well, a lot of people are allergic to nuts in these parts.
Well, I'm not, damn it. I'm of the finest bloodlines of old Earth, and I demand cashews in my nutty monkey.
Yes, we shall find you a bar that serves the nuttiest of monkeys.
Very good, too
Nutty
sweet.
monkey.
So let's ditch the drink pourer and then get the bloody hell out of here.
I do like that idea. I do. I'm sorry.
Let's
but
not
I do.
burn bridges here, though. There's plenty of money to be made in
What?
mid-space, so let's just
I think
finish this job.
We already started the job by blowing the living crap out of this poor beast. I mean, I'm all for population control, but I do believe we've set a precedent that we can't really walk back at this point, old boy.
Didn't Mr. D.E.T.Z say we weren't allowed back in his
Unless
bar?
we returned with the required item. I say we return whatever item.
I thought he meant just all the time.
Well, we can hear back the menace, but I do believe he did insist that we find somewhere else to generate levity.
It felt that way.
I do
Felt
not
like
feel
that.
appreciated by that man. I say we ditch him out of the deal, to use the parlance of you youngsters, and we seek out our own fortunes amongst the stars.
Oh, let's have a look at the ship first, why don't we?
Why don't you agree to my cause of duty, sir? You take me for some poltroon?
Not at all, good sir, but I do wish to make as many credits out of any living soul in the nearby system, and at the moment, that nearby system lies here in mid-space.
Approaching the ship, you finally approach and you can see the entry portal is raised up a little bit up from the trash pile, but it looks as though if you were to get onto the one wing that is partially buried in the trash, you could probably clamber up there without much difficulty.
All right. Do I have to roll to climb in?
Oh no, you can climb up there rather achievably.
What is it, dexterity?
Yeah, dexterity. It's all right. You only have to roll a it's literally, unless you roll a natural 1, would anything go wrong with this? The three of you make your way up the wing to the portal,
Amazing.
which is a very solidly closed, built to withstand blasts from great cannons from starships, built to withstand the vacuum of space, and it is closed.
Let me try the field cannon.
All right, I mean that's a feasible
Very
option.
good. Doctor, come over here. Help me calibrate. You know your numbers.
I'm just going through cupboards looking for food, making bear sniff noises.
So you're standing on the wing next to the
Okay,
door,
fuck.
on the
Never
outside
mind.
of the ship.
I'm not doing that yet, but I will. When I get in, I'm gonna do that.
Let's get a roll on this field cannon.
Let's see.
On what?
He's firing
I'm
his
gonna try the, like,
field
field
cannon.
You're gonna shoot the
Herodotus
ship?
has set up his
Yeah.
field gun to try and blast a hole through the door.
Oh, okay.
Got a 13.
All right, Herodotus aiming his cannon, and with a surprisingly good blast considering he has poor aim, once again fires true, blasting the portal door for 7 points of damage. But as the blast hits the ship, which appears to suddenly, with a quiet hum, become awake from its dormancy,
Eureka!
and its shield generator kicks in and appears all of a sudden. A segmented section, definitely not made of hexagons, appears and blocks the blast,
Oh shit.
absorbing the 7 points of damage.
Okay.
Got him good. Your turn, Doctor.
Cleo recoiled when it did that. She's scared of it.
Oh, Bear, don't be worried. It's just another big boom. You like big booms, don't you?
Baby, that big boom is alive.
Baby, that big boom is alive. Enduring the fiery moments deep in the heart of battle, I and it become one, raining down fiery doom upon our enemy until they buckle before us and flee into the mountains and into the sea.
I've only rolled an 8 on my hacking there. I was going to try and hack the ship, but
Use protection.
So interfacing with the ship, Dr. Zafre attempts to hack his way into the control panel, but is unable to penetrate the constantly shifting. It appears though some sort of AI is blocking the attempts to hack into its system.
Oh, good Doctor. Remember to use your digital prophylactic.
Yeah, exactly.
You never know where these kinds of ships might have been.
yes.
And Dr. Zafre has a keen sense of an intelligence behind the actions that are blocking his moves.
It appears the ship is somewhat intelligent. I think blasting it with archaic field cannon might not be the best course of action. We should probably...
It all depends on what you're trying to achieve, Doctor. If, for example, target practice is what you're going for, we are doing an absolutely marvelous job already.
Yeah. Hello, spaceship.
Hello.
How are we doing today?
No, not too bad, all things considered.
I'm talking-
Got to find my gun.
Talking to the ship, Herodotus.
Of course you are, Doctor. Of course you are.
The hum of the ship rises.
Would you just listen for a moment, Harry? You might hear something.
Yes, now I'm hearing an overly talkative fish. Wish I had some chips and some peanut oil.
And then it peanut oil.
Why would you want peanut oil?
No, that's the best oil for
chips.
See, the
frying.
peanut duck.
deep-
Hey, you know what? I've changed my mind. I'd have some chips and some duck oil, actually. Fry you up all crisp, little boy.
It's a very
Duck
luxurious
oil
life
seems
that
like
you
it
live.
would smell.
Hey, come of decadence. That is how quality is instilled in the young. For grade 3 at latest.
And as the humming rises, there is a artificial voice that booms from the underside of the ship.
And he said,
Hello,
What?
are you the visitors?
Aw.
We are some visitors. I don't know if we are the visitors. This is one of those conundrums, isn't it? We had this in philosophy class. Oh, absolute buggers of questions. And never can reel any kind of wisdoms out of it. Let's shoot him, Doctor. Let's shoot him again.
Yes, we are visitors.
Very good. He said yes. Prepare to fire, bam.
I must clarify. Are you the visitors? I have received insufficient information.
I'll give you insufficient information. Bear!
Okay.
Level the traction.
I just rolled another quick hack. It's a 16 plus 5, so it's a 21. I'm trying to figure out what the visitors that this ship is talking about.
The ship, now confused as it's received conflicting information from two of its potential visitors, doesn't seem to notice Dr. Zafre's slightly more skilled hacking attempt this time. As Herodotus potentially prepares for another firing, Dr. Z manages to penetrate the defenses and sees that this is the AI, perhaps the onboard controller of the starship, and that it has been left with a single simple instruction to prepare and make welcome the visitors that are about to arrive on the ship. Although this instruction is from thousands of years ago.
Okay, then I look at Cleo and Herodotus and I say, yes, we are the visitors.
Now
All of a sudden.
Now prepare the welcoming committee.
The door slides open.
Oh, wait. Herodotus jabs the bear in the ribs and goes, See what you can achieve with a display of power.
And the bear makes one of those rogue, scary bear noises.
Yeah. Herodotus takes that as the sort of a cheer of victory and goes, yes, victory. Conquest, old boy, conquest.
Hello, visitors. Please come in and make yourselves welcome.
That's what they sounded like in Vancouver when we conquered them.
What?
Yes. Those bloody lumberjacks didn't know what hit them. Orbital bombardment, don't you know? Followed up.
It was not quite the voice I was planning on, but I feel like I'm
Yeah,
going
I
with
like
That's
it.
great.
I like it.
That's cool. We can start off like welcome to the ship with a third episode.
I like that.
Have we just met the Grey Dragon?
You have just met the Grey Dragon.
Does it like us, or are we about to get real messed with?
I mean, did what's his name? Tal Morris ever like
Well,
us?
Dr. Z.
Yeah. Is it important? Has it ever stopped us before?
Oh yeah, Dr. Z is fully aware that this thing has one objective only, and that is to make welcome visitors on the ship.
Yeah.
So as long as it believes that you are
The visitors.
the visitors on the ship, it will do whatever it can to make you comfortable.
wow.
Oh, what if we start fighting between ourselves? Is it going to put everyone in arrest, or is it going to start taking sides?
Wow, that's a question for the situation, I suppose.
The situation from New Jersey Shore.
Wait.
Exactly.
Is there a secret
I
guest?
need to know what Evan knows about that.
Come on, man. Everybody knows about Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
Come on, son.
Do they?
I don't know.
Apparently they do.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone knows it exists
Yeah.
at
And
least.
you know about the
Yeah.
situation if you watched anything.
Well,
Come on, son.
what did you watch?
I watched Colbert Report,
All of it?
and there were various references. I kind of pieced it together by context.
I was really picturing.
We tried watching Love Island the other week, and that
Wait, what's that?
fucking put us down a pretty dark existential hole.
Oh, it's unpleasant.
Wait,
what
show.
is Love Island?
It is 20 very relationship desperate individuals who go to
Are
place.
they all from
They're
the?
relatively chavvy, most of them.
Are they from like the Jersey Shore
Well,
TV
that's
show?
the kind
No,
of
it's
place. but They
British.
can be British. We saw the Australian one, which was I've never seen
Ooh.
Australians that depressed me before, so that was new.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, would you though? I'm not sure you would, man.
I maybe not, but like it sounds very intriguing
It
because
is
I don't
until
feel like
you
I've
see
seen
it,
that.
and then you just kind of realize that it's just another reason to lose some amount of. But like, I feel like those shows have a tendency to show off the kind of people I didn't quite know existed. Like I always suspected it, but I also suspected myself of being like judgmental. And then you see those people, and they are how you would have judged people, and you're like, so those people actually exist. I wasn't wrong. I was just being an asshole. Oops. But yeah, I don't know. It's pretty awful. Pretty terrible show.
I watched the show that hold on. It's inside my brain. Gordon Ramsay does that like
Hell's Kitchen?
Master Chef for like kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like to shotgun those and then like cut them with like Gordon Ramsay shows with adults. Because he's like real nice to the kids.
What the fuck is
but
this?
he's real mean
An
to the
idiot
adults.
sandwich. Yeah.
And I like to sort of mix it. So
you
I
get
watch
like an idea of what
kid
he
one.
wants to say to the kids.
Yeah. And then like when I watch the kid one, I just pick somebody like really early in the show that I just hate.
Yeah, that sounds healthy.
And I just spend the rest of the show like wanting them to fail.
Yeah. That sounds like getting in the spirit of things. I do that with the Great British Bake Off, which is quite satisfying.
You should. That got so much better now that they have Noel Fielding.
Yeah, everything's better with Noel Fielding.
I love him so much. Noel Fielding, if you're out there.
I mean, he is out there. He's not dead yet.
But what if he's out there?
I want him to do something else with Richard Ayoade. I still, like, just that team up is so good.
I just want...
Doesn't he do the big fat quiz
like
of the
they do.
year
Yes.
with him every
Which is
year?
like my favorite thing.
But, I mean, like a show.
I'll take anything.
Yeah.
I really love the first season of Noel Fielding's luxury comedy.
I love him. I love everything about him. He's so funny.
That show is like, it should never have been made, and it should never have been renewed for a second season because it was so fucking batshit.
But it's great.
But it was the thing that happened.
Yeah.
Can I change my character to Noel Fielding?
No. Noel Fielding.
Only if you die.
No.
Only if you die.
Yeah, when you die, you can. But
Only
you're
if
a
you
big
get
bear
Noel
until
Fielding's. If you get Noel Fielding's
I'm gonna put-
specific permission to do it.
Okay.
Cleo's going to strap 10 explosive kits together and attach them to a torso.
Right.
Maybe.
Meow.
I have to admit, though, I think I underestimated how strong the bombs were.
Oh, really?
Maybe.
Is that an
The whole time.
apology?
Well, no.
Oh, okay.
But
I mean, you didn't do even any damn... Well, and no.
Well, not
this-
for lack of trying.
Actually, she did do a bit of damage.
yeah,
as
well, it was all on the shield.
it was way less damage to him than I thought it was going to be, which was good. But I was also kind of like, oh, shit.
Oh, you were wanting it, weren't you?
I mean, I was curious.
You were.
I mean, you got to remember, like,
curious.
you guys have got like a maximum, like, Herodotus has 10 hit points.
Okay, wow.
Cleo's got 15.
Yeah.
Dr. Zafi's got 7. That bomb did 72 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You know, I know
That
you don't
could
give a
have
shit
gone
about
so
your own.
much worse.
I mean, I know you keep jumping off things, but
That could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. it could have.
So,
And if that's how you want to measure it,
yeah.
shoulda, woulda, coulda.
We made it, guys.
We've made it through episode 2. Just.
We're not dead yet.
Not yet.
I mean, to be honest, I kind of saw it going almost exactly the way it went. I had this slightest suspicion. That thing, by the way, had 20 hit points.
Oh my god. See, and the funny thing is as well, is if Cleo didn't use the bomb, my next turn, I was going to like jump out of my bowl and like mind control it.
Also would
that
have been
would've been badass.
a baller move.
But then you blew it up and I was like, well, that works. So, but yeah.
But
I didn't expect it. I was not totally sure if it was gonna like end everything or if it was just gonna be like, I was afraid that I would do it and it would be like not very much and it would just be like a wasted move.
You
Well,
used
it
5
wasn't.
bombs, Taylor.
I know, but I was like, how do you know like how strong a bomb
well,
is?
it's like a strategic
You
thing.
have an expertise.
Yeah.
yeah,
you
but
do.
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Taylor
Cle-
does.
only Cleo does.
I thought.
I'm
I'm sorry,
driving,
Taylor.
and
thought
I have
we were
no
doing
fucking
roll.
clue. Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
like I personally have no reference of like the relativity of explosive
Okay,
strength.
Taylor,
I was
it's
like
really
a
easy.
grenade.
There's boom, then there's big boom, and then there's big bada boom. That's
Yeah,
it.
so I wanted to make sure it was like at least a good boom.
Yeah.
Oh, it definitely was. It was. Yeah.
Clearly, you have a talent for this.
Cause like when we talked about lowering it to 3, I was like, ooh, what if it's embarrassing and it doesn't do a good bang?
I think 1 is still good enough because it's 1.
But what if 1 didn't
Dan,
even blow an arm off?
You know as well as I. Good enough. It really is.
I mean, that's what I aim for. Is,
Yeah.
just good enough.
That's what I'm saying. That might be the problem.
Oh shit. Oh well, we'll see. We'll see
I
how
mean,
this
even
year
the
goes.
1 is a serious problem. You know, like because the way this game, like I wanted to like speed up combat a bit. So like things are kind of squishy and it's more about tactics. So like the bombs are fucking great as long as the thing's got no energy. If it has enough energy to run away, it could do exactly what you guys did and run away from the explosion and potentially not
That would
get
have been
exploded.
so sad
That's,
if it ran
yeah, it's got one
away.
of the things like basically like if you strap a bunch of bombs together, that is an insta kill on almost anything. But it has to be it has to be stuck in the blast radius.
Ooh, next time I'm gonna stick the bomb to something.
Sticky bomb.
Yes. Oh my god.
I saw this movie once where they put grenades in tarred up socks. That seemed pretty efficient.
Wait, isn't that Fury?
Excuse me, what?
They're like,
No, that's Saving Private Ryan, bruh.
right, yeah, that's a good movie as well.
Saving Ryan.
Wait, you put a grenade in a
Sock.
that's covered in tar,
Yeah.
or filled with tar?
Well, both.
okay.
All over, all
Okay.
inside. So it sticks to the side of the tank, and you blow off the tracks.
Yeah.
Bada beam, bada boom. Motherfuckers stuck. And then you
That's
Molotov the
fucking-
shit out of them.
That's good to think about. I was gonna Google about bombs, but then I thought, maybe
Maybe
don't.
not in this climate.
I mean, there's space bombs anyway.
Yeah, but the NSA don't know that.
But the Space Force, maybe.
They might, yeah. That might be worse. Now there are space bombs, maybe.
Yeah, maybe the space terrorists. All right, you don't have to stay. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Thanks a lot. Come back next episode and find out what the hell's on this ship.
Well, what the hell's on that
Closing
ship?
time.
Well,
Get off
we
of
have
my
one.
spaceship.
Yes. Thanks, everyone. And if you have enjoyed listening to this episode, then please consider supporting us on Patreon. If you got too many credits weighing you down, you can get rid of those extra luggables, handheld items.
Lunchables?
Yeah, Lunchables.
Luggage?
One might even call it orbital refuse.
Yes, if you want to get rid of that extra orbital refuse, you can send it our ways, and we will gladly accept it on backwaterbastards.com. You can find our
We need it.
links to Patreon
They
there.
should support us on Patreon because we're redoing it and it's getting really cool. And don't worry, we'll make a really big announcement about it. But actual cool stuff is going in the Patreon. And if you don't get in on
Then
it,
you won't be cool.
Exactly.
Then
Yeah.
you'll be the
Exactly, you'll be
problem.
the young-
and
the
then we
uncool
will
one.
destroy you.
And there will be stuff in the Patreon that you are going to want to be cool and be in the club and be on the team and be in the
you
gang
don't
or
wanna
the
miss
guild
out,
or the
do you?
collective
Yeah.
or the
Yeah.
commune,
Yeah, you want to be one of
the
the
coven.
Cool kids. One of them cool.
One of those cool guys.
that has
Yeah.
all the gear. One of them
Yeah.
cool bastards.
Yeah.
One of them cool birds.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
And fade out.
Tune in next time for another edge of your seat adventure in space with the Backwater Bastards.
If you enjoy listening, but also have eyes, check out our Instagram, where we post drawings, illustrations, character art from our adventures. Backwater_Bastards. Check out our Instagram on Instagram.
It's fine.
Just cut out 90% of what any of us are saying and we're fine.
I just saw a picture of a banana with a duck's head photoshopped onto it.
You never left the memes.
yeah, you didn't at all.
I didn't. I never did, but I'll.
You never could.